Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in the previous classes we have gone through the introduction to the elements, right? So the elements of geometry. Okay, so let us learn today Euclid's elements of geometry. So here Euclid thought geometry as an abstract model of the world in which they lived. The notion of the point, line, plane and so on were derived from what was seen around them. Okay, so here first we will see in Euclid geometry he described few of the things. Okay, you know the solid, right? A solid will have shape. Any solid you can take. A book which I am writing here, it is having certain shape. Yes or no? A solid will have shape, its size and its position, and can be moved from one place to another. This is a solid pen. So this is having a particular size, particular shape, a particular position, and this can be moved from one place to another place. Yes or no? So the boundaries, its boundary are called surfaces. They separate one part of the solid from the another and are said to have no thickness. The boundaries of the surfaces are curved or straight lines. You can see straight lines. So the line's end is point. So here let us see. Suppose this is a solid. Okay, this is a solid, a three-dimensional one. Okay, right? So this is a solid. Okay, it is a three-dimensional solid. Okay, so here what they are saying is it is having its length, it is having its breadth, right? And it is having its height. Okay, length, breadth and height. So it is having three dimensional, that is length, become breadth and height. Okay, if it loses one dimension, height, then it will have only two dimensions, right, to become a rectangle. So if I if I lose any one dimension, it will become rectangle. Now this is a three-dimensional figure. Yes or no? But if I write like this, okay, only length and breadth. Yes or no? So this will become a rectangle. This is nothing but a cuboid. Yes or no? So like this, if it loses one dimension, it will become a what? Two-dimensional. Okay, two-dimensional. That is a rectangle. So you know that a rectangle will have two dimensions, length and breadth. If it loses another dimension, that is breadth. If it loses its breadth, okay, so this will be only will have line segment. Okay, so if we are losing one dimensional, it is becoming two-dimensional, then it is becoming only one direction. Okay, and if it has to lose one more dimension, if we are losing one more direction, there will be only one point. Okay, it will be only one point. So it means that point will not have any dimension. Okay, point will not have any dimension. So this is solid. Okay, and this is surface, or we call it as curves, and then it is line, and then it is point. So this is a three-dimensional figure. Okay, and this is a two-dimensional figure, this is a one-dimensional figure, and this is no dimension, right? So these are the fundamental theorems of geometry. So Euclid has given defined some point, line and plane. So what is a point? A point is that which has no part, no dimension. A line is a breadthless length. Breadthless length, it will not have any breadth. Yes or no? So a line is a breadthless length. The end of the lines are point. The end of the lines are point. A straight line is a line in which lies evenly with the point on itself. Okay, a surface is that which has length and breadth. A surface is that which is having length and breadth. The edges of the surface is lines. This is edge, right? So these are lines. The edge of the surface are line. A plane surface is a surface which lies evenly with the straight lines on itself. So this is nothing but the surface. So these are all defined by the Euclid's. What? A point which is no having no point. A line is a breadth length. The end of the lines are nothing but point. A straight line is a line which lies evenly with the points on itself. A surface is that which is having length and breadth only. Okay, the edge of the surface are lines. A plane surface is a surface which lies evenly with the straight lines on itself. So in defined terms like point, line, plane, Euclid used word or phrases like part, breadth, evenly, which needs defining or further explanation for the sake of clarity. Okay, so for that we take point, line, and a plane or a surface are undefined terms. What are undefined terms? Point, line, and a plane. Okay, next, and Euclides have given certain axioms. Okay, things which are equal to the same things are equal to one another. If suppose if a person standing with the same height, means they are equal to one another. Okay, suppose here is one line PQ, another is line AB, but there having the same length, so it means AB is equals to AB, PQ is equals to AB. If equals are added to equals, the wholes are also equal. If equals are subtracted from equals, the remainders are also equal. Things which coincide with one another are equal to one another. Things which are double of the same things are equal to one another. Things which are half of the same thing are equal to one another. These are nothing but the Euclid's axioms. Okay. Now let us discuss Euclid's five postulates. Five postulates. Okay. Five postulates. What is the first postulate? Postulate 1. So postulate 1 is there is a there is a unique line, there is a unique line that passes through the given two distinct points, two distinct points. Okay, so understand this postulate. There is a unique line that passes through the given two distinct points. So okay, so what Euclid is saying, to draw a straight line from one point, from any point to another point. Suppose this is one point P, another point is Q. So here we are drawing, right? So there is a unique line. This is a unique line that passes through the given two distinct points. Two distinct points. Okay. Next, what is postulate 2? What is postulate 2? A line segment. A line segment can be extended. Can be extended on either side. On either side to form a straight line. Okay, so here what they are saying, in the previous they said that there is a unique line in between two distinct points. In postulate 2, what they are saying is a line segment can be expanded on either sides to form a straight line. Suppose a line is there, for example P and Q. Okay, this is one line and it can be extended, means it can be extended from P and it can be extended from Q, right, to form a straight line. So this is nothing but the second postulate. A line segment can be extended on either sides to form a straight line. So to produce a finite straight line continuously in a straight line, Euclid used the term terminated line or the line segment. Okay. Next, third postulate. Postulate 3. What is postulate 3? We can describe a circle with any center and radius. Means here, third postulate, here we are describing a circle with any center and radius. For example, take a grid paper, draw different figures with represent a right angle. Okay, suppose this is one right angle. Okay, and this is one right angle. Okay, and suppose this is one right angle, right? So these are three different right angles. Yes or no? So here what they are saying is, you can observe that both the arms of each angle, so this is angle, right? So here these are equal. Yes or no? So here what they are saying, all right angles are equal. There is nothing but Euclid's fourth axiom. So all right angles, you can see from here also it is right angle, here also right angle, and here also right angle. So all right angles are equal. Third postulate, all right angles are equal to one another, equal to one another. This is fourth postulate actually. So in third postulate, what they are saying is, we can describe a circle with any center or radius. Suppose if a center is there, suppose one center is this, suppose this is a circle, this is a center, this is a radius. Suppose this is 3 centimeter. Okay, yes, and this is also one circle. Here this is a center, this is 4 centimeters. Suppose this is q. So in this, what they are saying, we can describe a circle with any centered radius. So suppose this is 3, this will be also 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 3, yes or no? This will be also 4, 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 this will be also 4. So third postulate is nothing but we can describe a circle with any radius. Fourth postulate is what? All right angles are equal, this one, this one, this one, anyone. Next, fifth postulate. What is the fifth postulate? This fifth postulate is nothing but, if a straight line, if a fifth postulate, if a straight line, so here fifth postulate is nothing but, if a straight line is falling on two straight lines, makes the interior angle on the same side of it taken together is less than two right angles, then the two straight lines, if produced infinitely, meet on that side in which the sum of the angles is less than the two right angles. Suppose these are the two lines. This is one line AB, okay, A and B, and this is another line C and D. Suppose this is another line C and D. Okay, and one straight line is passing on both. This is A and this is A, B and D. So this angle and this angle will be there, yes or no? This is 1, suppose this is 2. Okay, so here this is P and let us take it as Q. Okay, so here for example, if the line PQ in figure falls on the lines AB and CD such that the sum of interior angle 1 and 2, sum of interior angle is less than 180 on the left side of PQ, therefore the lines AB and CD will equally intersect on the left side of PQ. Okay, yes or no? So this postulate has acquired much importance as many mathematicians including Euclid were convinced that the fifth postulate is a theorem. Okay, but consequently for 2 years mathematicians tried to prove that the fifth postulate was a consequence of Euclid's 9 other axioms. So they tried by assuming other proportions which are equivalent to it. Okay, so we are having some equivalent theorems postulate for this one, fifth one. Length one, your first question is how many dimensions a solid has. So mainly it is having how many dimensions? 3 dimensions, that is length, breadth and height. Next, how many books are there in Euclid's Elements? We are having 13 books. Okay, and write the number of faces of a cube and cuboid. So it is having 6 faces, right, both. And next, what is the sum of the interior angle of a triangle? So interior angle of a triangle is nothing but 180 degrees. Okay, write 3 undefined terms of geometry. We have learned, that is point, line and plane are the 3 undefined terms of geometry. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and my channel for more videos. Thank you.